I've been agonizing for days, trying to think of what I have the power to do to stop fatal racism. It's easy to feel helpless and hopeless and think that there's nothing you can do. But if we don't do anything, we're not going to solve this problem. As a healthcare provider, I recognize that I have the power to end institutional racism in healthcare. All healthcare providers have a professional and ethical responsibility to protect our patients and to serve them equally regardless of their race, their gender, their socioeconomic background. It's our duty to recognize the racial and ethnic disparities in healthcare in our own practices, making sure that we're not letting any of that cloud our clinical judgment. Minorities have less access to healthcare, and when they do, that care is worse. We can't pretend that race doesn't affect health and healthcare. So it's our responsibility to become culturally competent, to break down barriers, regardless of where you live and what your community looks like. We should be asking ourselves on a daily basis, am I being biased, whether that's intentional or unconscious? We should be checking our peers and colleagues and seeing if they're discriminating, if they're being biased, if they're doing something that's just not right. And if you're sitting idly by and just watching that happen, that's just as bad. Discrimination, lack of access, lack of funds, lack of availability, and lack of awareness in healthcare and health education is literally killing minorities. What are you doing to break down the barriers to care, to educate and advocate for those that need it the most? Let's share what we're doing so we can help each other, because it's going to take every single one of us to step up to end institutional racism.